welcome to South Africa. We've just had a very good practice session. I'm hoping we can take that into qualifying and the race. We'll see. In terms of news, once again, there have been no upgrades, but we are financially now looking at about 22 million, so we will be starting to look at putting some more into the car and starting getting us back up near the front of that grid and trying to get ourselves some race victories, hopefully at some point at the back end, maybe this season or at the start of next season. Either way, in practice we've managed to get a load of knowledge yet again, so we're just going to whack on the obvious ones for qualifying and we will start it up. So we're going to send Latifi out first. He's loving his downforce, but everything else, once again with Latifi, I just cannot get it out of okay. But all in all, he needs some big performances. If he doesn't get them, there's every chance I might just turn around at one point and say, that's it, we're getting a new driver in. And there goes Latifi on his flying lap right now. There's George. Just going to get some heat into them tyres. Right, what are we looking at? So Latifi has got faster than everyone, and then oh my god, Russell's gone faster than everyone. So at the moment, Russell is P1, Latifi is P2. No, P4, sorry. The Red Bulls are in between them in 2 and 3. And the Mercs, who have been absolutely rapid this season, are currently 5th and 6th. Okay. I'm now questioning whether we have to send them back out, or if that lap time theoretically should be good at least for top 6, you would have thought. Which is all we ever really aim for. We're gonna send them back out. Yeah, we're gonna do another lap. Because if they can improve, then that would be sensational. And maybe put us in position for a first pole position. Yeah, and now we'll get George out as well. Here he comes. What can Latifi do? That's the big question right now. We want to be seeing greens, and it's not green in Sector 1 for Latifi. Oh, he's really down. No, it's not very good lap from Latifi at all. What can George offer? But the other cars aren't improving either. George Russell might be about to get pole position here. Hamilton goes, geez, 500ths off. Russell doesn't improve. George Russell has just got his first Formula 1 pole position. And I'm not entirely sure how he's done it. When I say we haven't improved the car this season at all from what we did in the summer, I mean, we literally haven't. We've just been saving money. We haven't put any money in. And George Russell's just gone and put the car on pole. And Latifi puts it in 5th. Absolutely insane. Wow. Oh, we look forward to race day. If we perform like we can, we'll make sure that any rain, there is no rain foreshadowed so far. It's, how many laps is it? It's 42 laps. So if we go have a look how long the tyres last. So 10 to 12, 14 to 16, 19 to 21. Ultimately, it's a two-stopper. You ain't one stopping this. So question, if it's a two-stopper, if we do 2 ultra softs on 2 softs, that should be enough. So then, if that's what we're going to do, that will put the knowledge into the ultra soft tyre, because we'll get that little bit more out of it. And start off, we will have both proper going for it from the start, just to get away. Hopefully, still in first position. We've got a race victory we can chase here. Anyway, today's grid. George Russell on pole. Lewis Hamilton starts second. Sergio Perez is third alongside Max Verstappen in fourth. Nicholas Latifi is fifth with Valtteri Bottas in sixth. Yuki Tsunoda will start seventh alongside Daniel Ricciardo in eighth. Sebastian Vettel is on the fifth row with Fernando Alonso. Carlos Sainz starts 11th and Pierre Gasly 12th. Felipe Drugovich with, I think, his best qualifying in 13th with Nico Hulkenberg 14th. Lando Norris is 15th alongside Antonio Giovinazzi in 16th. Charles Leclerc is 17th and Kimi Raikkonen 18th. And on the final row, Guan Yu Zhou is 19th and Esteban Ocon is in 20th. Here we go for lights out. First and fifth, it's our best qualifying ever. Can we get away well? George doesn't get away well at all, and Lewis is going to get him, and so I think will Verstappen and George will have to hopefully try and settle. He's actually going to drop down to fourth, maybe even fifth, because that Ricciardo's going quick. Latifi's not had the good start either, so we'll drop back down to neutral. And Russell's losing out now to Tsunoda, and oh, this is going badly. From such a good start, we're head down in 7th, 8th and 10th. The race victory's gone. In a matter of corners, the race victory has disappeared. We'll use that ERS to hopefully gain maybe a place or two. And he's back up to 5th. And Latifi now will try and use his, and Russell is up to 3rd, and he's just about to get into 2nd place. So he's recovered nicely using his ERS. Ricciardo's had a really good start. He's launched, hasn't he? And Latifi's in 9th now. Hamilton is running away in front. But George will do what George will do. Hopefully, he'll be able to now start to pull away from Daniel Ricciardo. Hopefully, we'll start speeding up because we don't want to be here all day. And he is indeed. Bottas has got through, and now that is where the threat from behind will come. The Mercedes behind us will start to peel away from the rest and will inevitably begin to catch us up. And we will have to utilise our pit stops perfectly. But we are in the perfect position at the moment, I'd say. We're obviously quicker than the rest, but when it comes to the Mercs, maybe not so much. Surely there is a podium here for George if he wants it. There has to be a podium here for George. In terms of pitting early, we're going to go with George. He will pit early because obviously Latifi's 9th. So George will be the one, if anyone's going to pit first, it will be George in second. He's managed to recover quite nicely from dropping down to 8th. And at the moment, no real inroads coming in from Bottas, which is perfectly fine by me. And as we keep going, we have got a nice little gap. We're dropping behind Hamilton. Hamilton's won this race. Bottas is in fact pitting this lap, which kind of makes me want to get Latifi in. I think if we do Russell this lap to go back onto Ultra Softs. So Russell this lap to go back onto Ultra Softs. And then the lap after, what is the gap? Quickly, Russell, Latifi, the gap is 12 seconds. Yeah, the lap after, we will bring in Latifi. So let's wait for Latifi to go past. There it is, right. So he's now passed, and we can now put him down in for his Ultra Softs. And when he comes out, Russell can then look to start making moves. And he's actually up to 10th. This is incredible from George Russell. Latifi's going insanely slow, and we are past him quite quickly. So Russell, the undercut from Bottas didn't work, as you can see. And Hamilton's managed to go in and come back out in first place. He's on soft tyres. Bold. No, we want this one. So Nicholas Latifi will now use his ERS to hopefully make some ground up on a couple of drivers. He's going to go on to conserve. George will go on to conserve as well, in the fact that we want to try and make these tyres last as long as possible. And we'll speed this up for a bit now, because we are now essentially waiting for a pit stop to come in. George is finally loose. That's good to see finally. He's loose. Guan Yu Zhou is going to be pitting from behind us. And George Russell isn't doing too badly as things stand. My pitting him second though could have been better tyre wise. That I will openly admit. But he does have a 5-second gap to Charles Leclerc. I'm guessing he's going to pit, and he does. So he's now got essentially a 6-second gap to the car behind. Knowing that we'll be going on to the soft tyre when we pit again, and that will take us to the end. I'm starting to think there might be a couple of teams that have tried the one stop. There very well might be a couple of teams that have tried the one stop. Latifi running in 10th. So if we were to pit him, say this lap, these tyres are supposed to go 19 to 21 laps. He would not reach the end. So we have to keep him out for probably another lap or two. Realistically. For him to be able to take these tyres to the end, those final tyres to the end, he has to have another lap or two. And that's exactly what he'll do. I'm not making another pit stop if I don't have to. Although now, there you go, now we're starting to see why maybe we should pit. We're going to pit this lap. Bottas is just coming up behind like a freight train and is going to get George. So we will pit this lap. Bottas will get past first. So will Ricciardo. So maybe the podium isn't coming because we've tried a bit of a too attacking. We've been a bit too attacking with our tyre strategy. And then this lap we'll bring in Latifi. But here we go, George is in last place. And he will just use DRS to hopefully try and overtake, and he does overtake. So now, we're just playing the long game essentially. We are just playing the long game. We don't know where we are. Theoretically, fourth he was there, but now he's battling with these cars. Obviously, everyone else is going to have to pit at some point. Oh yeah, and Latifi, we don't really know where he is either. When everyone comes out of the pits, we'll find out, I suppose. So George is currently in 16th place. Ricciardo's miles up the road. So we have lost places to Ricciardo. Bottas, I'm pretty sure, is going to have to pit again. They're going for a 3-stop strategy. And now George looking to go around the outside. He does, into 14th place. So George just trying to get himself back up a little bit. He's in 13th. There's a bit of ERS behind that. We'll try and overtake, but we'll combat it with a little bit of our own. And we'll see at the end of the race, because at the moment we're in 11th. Trying to take the tyres to the end. That car in 12th, so looking behind. Who is it? It's Pierre Gasly. Of course he's looking, he's very rapid. It's Gasly. Fresher tyres as well. Oh, no, we're going to lose it. We're in 12th. Then the Ferrari behind. Oh, this isn't going to plan. We're back up into 9th though now with George. That absolute cluster of cars behind could spell danger for us. It could spell proper danger for us. It's now the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz gets past. There's a few cars up ahead that will definitely be pitted before the end of the race, in Joe and Hulkenberg. But Hulkenberg, I think, has pitted and come back out in 2nd place, which is a really good drive from him to actually get the car into a position where that was possible. And now we're just going to put the car as we can into any position to try and combat being a little bit faster. Really, we're just a bit, I know we're trying to conserve the tyres to get to the end, but right now everyone else is on the same sort of tyre as us in terms of how long it's got left. So we will go on to neutral. We will go on to neutral. We've conserved them to the point where we've got the similar tyres to everyone else. Now, let's race with them. And Carlos Sainz is battling with us big time. Oh, I think there's a massive chance we ain't gonna get points here. There is a chance we may not get points. And Russell's in 11th. He's back up to 10th. He's battling with Ricciardo and he's back into 9th. Oh, Bottas. It's Bottas behind, and that's why I don't think we're going to get points. A Mercedes versus a Williams. And unfortunately, we are just going backwards right now. Just race him. We've got the fuel. We've put it into the fuel. Let's just race. We've got nothing to lose. Oh, Bottas is gone. Is that Bottas who's gone? No, it's Vettel. I thought it was Bottas who'd gone. It's not, it's Vettel. Oh, that would have been fantastic for us. That would have been absolutely fantastic for us. We're up into 10th. With a lap and a bit to go, we'll speed up. George, he's getting the flags, but he doesn't want to let Ricciardo, or Norris, sorry, it's Norris, and we are through on Norris into 9th. Let him pass, George. Norris is coming back, but it's a little too late, I think. And we do finish in 9th place, so we do get 2 points. Not quite the Grand Prix we were hoping for, with AlphaTauri getting 3rd and 5th. A little worrying. The strategy maybe would have been a bit better going ultra soft, super soft, soft. Maybe we would have been a bit better. We wouldn't have then had to conserve the softs for so long to try and get into a similar range to everybody else. But unfortunately, I backed myself into that corner, and that's what's cost us. I think we would have been at a much heavier point haul otherwise. Actually, it's 3rd and 4th for AlphaTauri in the end. Fair play, fair play. No rules broken by us. From pole to 9th, from 5th to 12th. Qualifying was incredible. The race, unfortunately, not. But George remains 4th in the Drivers' Championship on 43 points. Currently trying to fend off Nico Hulkenberg, Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly. We remain... Oh no, we don't remain. We've dropped to 4th in the Constructors. AlphaTauri are now ahead. And yeah, unfortunately not the race weekend we were hoping for in the end. I thought we were going to have a fantastic race after that qualifying. It just didn't come into fruition. It all went wrong after about the first 5 or 6 corners, really. Both drivers not getting the start they were hoping for off the line. And then the tyre strategy, I got it completely wrong, and I can openly admit that. I got it completely wrong. We're up to 23 million. I probably will make some improvements now to the car. Deservedly so. Russell's been doing fantastic with a car that's had no improvements. Even to get points is an achievement in itself. Just a bit disappointing considering we were on pole. And yeah, next up we are in Russia. Fingers crossed for a double points finish. Maybe. Bit disappointing, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys in Russia. If you've enjoyed the race, please drop it a like, give it a subscribe. Plenty of Motorsport Manager content coming out pretty much daily, and I'll catch you guys later.